Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there. What are those things that are draining your battery in the background? Because if you have goals and you have things that you want to do, it is going to pull from it. You are going to drain your battery way faster, and you may not even get to the things that you want to do because you're constantly tied up and exhausted in the things you're not pulling the trigger on.
Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of Light Pink, best-selling author, 3-time fitness world champion, and I'm a crazy, multi-passionate entrepreneur. My journey has taken me everywhere, from being a broke waitress, barista, retail associate, and personal trainer with massive anxiety and no belief in myself, to later becoming a multi-millionaire in love with my life. In 2007, my husband and I lost everything. We found ourselves hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt at rock bottom. We had no ideas, and I had no education to fall back on. This is when I found personal development and learned everything I could about business, not by choice, but because I realized no one was coming to save me. The conversations on this podcast are going to let you know that you're not alone and that we all feel like we don't know what we're doing. We're going to give you the tools to help you face your fears, take action, start your business, and grow those massive dreams that are keeping you up at night. It's time to create a life that you can't hide from and put so much on the line that your higher self is forced to come out. You're going to stop waiting for someone to approve of you, and you're going to anoint yourself. Because I'm obsessed about building businesses that give women a platform, I want to feature you. So if you text the word podcast to 310-496-80 8363. You can get your questions answered on our Q&A segment along with a shout out. And if you rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast, we're choosing someone every month to get coached and featured on our show. It just might be you. So let's get started.
And we're back
with another episode of He Said, She Said.
And we're actually live from our Airbnb in, where are we right now? We're LA. We're in LA right now. Guys, we have been like Orange County, we've been LA, we've been Scottsdale, back forth, because we are still currently homeless. But fun update.
Well, we realized we did not update you last time that we did get the house.
In Scottsdale. Yes, the one that appeared last minute. We went, we saw it on our way out of town. It was a perfect house, made an offer that afternoon and got that offer accepted. So we're super excited that we have 1 out of 2 homes done, locked down, waiting to close. Now we just got to figure out
house hunters.
It's house
we're
hunters.
Like, will we choose number 1?
House hunters double duty because we're trying to find 2 of them. Yeah. So that really brings us to today's topic, decision fatigue. Guys, it's real. If you feel exhausted, if you feel worn out, if you feel tired and you can't explain why, investigate if you have decision fatigue. Do you have, I would say, the computer windows running in the background? Do you have too many of them open? Are you constantly thinking about making big decisions? And give yourself
sitting in limbo.
Sitting in limbo. And if so, it's going to make you tired. It's going to make you feel run down. I've been like, God, I feel tired. I can't explain why. And you've been the same way. And it's because we have decision fatigue.
So there are different things that you can do in your life. Number 1, you can absolutely go down a list of the open loops that you have. What are maybe some open conversations that you're going back and forth on? I need to have this conversation. I'm not sure when. What should I say? And start looking at each loop one by one and tackling it in that way. So pros and cons of that conversation. What does that need to look like and by when? And essentially what you need to do is start closing out your windows on your phone and your computer, using that as an analogy, obviously. But what are those things that are draining your battery in the background? Because if you have goals and you have things that you want to do, it is going to pull from it. You are going to drain your battery way faster. And you may not even get to the things that you want to do because you're constantly tied up and exhausted in the things you're not pulling the trigger on. So what are the things that you need to do in order to start making those decisions? I know for Chris and I right now, it's a serious pros and cons list. It's a realistic, where are we fooling ourselves? Where are we trying to embellish things? Where are we being romantic?
Where are we selling ourselves?
Where are we selling ourselves in an idea just because we're looking at the very romantic part? And with the cons, like what are the true cons and what are the true pros? And sometimes those are hard to measure because they're not tangible, right? These are all scenarios. And that's why you're exhausted, is because we are creating in our mind every scenario and you are playing 5,000 movies a day of possibilities. When you're not doing this, you just get to focus, right? So those are the things that you need to do, is come up with that pros and cons list. I know that Chris and I are going to take some good time and do that coming up real soon, because every single day is something different. You can feed the idea that you want to a point where it's actually blinding you and it's not a good thing, or you can be feeding, the negative to a point where it's blinding you and you're missing out on the full opportunity. We are taking a quick break because clearly you are a podcast lover, which is why I can't wait to tell you about my friend's podcast, which is a awesome pick-me-up that you need to subscribe to. Y'all know I am a health nut and business junkie, and one of my favorite places to get all my wellness hacks and entrepreneurial motivation is my friend's show, The Angie Lee Show. She's a dear friend of mine who has seen so much well-deserved success and has such valuable advice to offer. You guys, she's a college and corporate dropout. I love that so much because she's proof that no path is linear. And she believes that curiosity is your compass. What began as a health blog in her college dorm room blossomed into an international brand that helps thousands of women. The Angie Lee Show is for the dreamer, the multi-passionate, the creative, the curious, the ADHD, the go-getter, the side hustler, and the ambitious. Angie has a refreshing take on entrepreneurship that will make you both laugh and cry tears of relief. If you have a dream tugging at your heart, which I know you all do because you listen to this podcast, but you're not sure where to start, this podcast is the perfect place. Recently, Angie has been talking all about ADHD and how so many entrepreneurs seem to struggle from it. Getting diagnosed later in life, her mission to normalize ADHD is beyond admirable. It's not a conversation many people are open to having. You can always count on Angie to bring light to those taboo topics. Every week, she's going to give you hacks to crush it as an ambitious woman, find your purpose, optimize your energy, and turn your ideas into income. You can find Angie's podcast wherever you get your podcast and search The Angie Lee Show. Follow her on Instagram as well at The Angie Lee Show. You will absolutely love her infectious personality as much as I do. You guys, let's get back to the show.
And so point number 2 would be go get 3, 4, 5 people you really trust to be objective along with you and run your pros and cons by them. Let them call you out if they see that you're really selling yourself one way or selling yourself another, or maybe they're going to add a couple blind spots that you're not seeing or that you didn't want to see. Really assemble that committee, so to speak, to help you through some of these major decisions, because they're going to be able to have a totally different perspective than you. And it's not going to be blinded with either rose-colored lenses or dusty-colored lenses. It's just going to be them outside looking in and seeing things that you wouldn't see otherwise. And then number 3, the third thing you can do, this sounds silly, but it helps. When you have major decisions going on and you're getting decision fatigue that's making you tired from them, then you have to see where you can cut other decisions out of your life temporarily. In other words, ordering dinner or going to a restaurant, go to the easy, familiar one. Don't try and pick something new that time. Getting dressed, throw on the simple outfit you know works every time. Don't try and try something new or stress over what to wear. I know these are real little things, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 small autopilot decisions a day instead of trying to make them new groundbreaking decisions. By just putting those things on autopilot, it's going to free up more energy for the larger decisions you're trying to make.
Yeah, try not to add anything new. Try not to add too much outward socializing on top of that as well. Those are all things that are going to drain your battery. Maybe try to just keep those conversations, like I said, to people that you really care about, whose opinions really matter, who've had a lot of experience in that department, because you're in a highly influential state when you are when you're in a fork in the road of your life is going to go in one direction or the other. These are really important decisions. So you're highly sensitive and influential. So be aware of your conversations, but also keep those open, because you can also decide to only talk to people who will influence it in the way that you want. So be aware, keep those objective as well.
Guys, speaking of decision fatigue, we now officially have more invitations out to qualified individuals for our elite mastermind for 2022 who are making the decision and dragging their feet on the decision. Then we have spots available. Now, here's why that's relevant to you. We still have 1 spot available at the time of this recording. By the time you listen to it, one of these individuals with the invitation, they may have taken that spot. But I say, if you want to lock arms with us, if you want to lock arms with like-minded entrepreneurs, and by the way, this is the Elite Mastermind, it's for anyone who's going to earn more than $500,000 in their business in 2022, then hell, I encourage you to go apply. If you want the one-on-one bi-monthly touch point with me so I can keep abreast of your business and be that objective sounding board we just talked about. If you want 2 in-person events for 4 days where we're getting together and working on your business as a group and learning new things. If you want the group calls, listen, if you're looking for people to understand why you tick the way you tick and to move your business forward faster than it ever has before, then what the heck? Go apply, see if there's a spot left. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can text me the word elite to 310-421-0416 and we'll banter back and forth via text. Or you can go to chrisharder.me/mastermind. Again, that's chrisharder.me/mastermind and apply right away. So we'll see if there's a spot left when you hear this. The only way you find out is by applying.
All right, you guys, we are so grateful to be on this journey with you. I hope those ideas that we gave you help, and it is a real thing. So the faster that you can face those things, the better. And until next time, we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back, and I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true deep sense of community, and it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com. Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar, and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start, which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also has influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com.
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently, and most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.